Sally, what's going on for you with your reads?
Well, gosh, let's see. A year ago, I was only playing reeds that other people made. And then I started, well, then shutdown came.
Mm,
And first I got sick and then I got bored and started thinking about how I wanted to, what did I want to do? How did I want to make use of this time? Because it seemed like it presented some opportunities. Um, and one of the things that I had always kind of had in the back of my head since taking the oboe up again, 3, 4 years ago, after a 40-some-year hiatus, was to learn to make reeds. It was something that my teacher had done when tried to get me interested in when I was in junior high, and that was back in the days when there weren't reed knives so much as they were X-Acto knives, and you use beeswax and fish skin and all this stuff, and I was just not. It was not my thing at all.
yeah.
So when I went on the internet, I found 5 Minute Reedmaker, and that's sort of where I started. And then I also, before shutdown, I had actually kind of thought, well, it might be kind of cool to go to Reed Boot Camp in South Bend.
Hmm.
Well, then shutdown, there it went. And then I got your announcement about Zero to Reedmaker, and I thought, okay, here we go. Let's
Yeah.
just do it. And so I dove right in. And right now, where a year ago I was playing on reeds that other people made that I ordered from different sources, now my reed case is entirely mine.
That's huge.
Yeah, it really is. And they're not all great, and I know that, but they're all competent, and most of them I'm pretty happy with playing. And there are even some that once we go back to rehearsals and performances, I'll play them.
That's fantastic. That's in one
Yeah.
year. That's an amazing evolution.
Yeah. Well, not even that, but I mean, Janet, that's all you, really, because
Aw.
you've been such a great teacher. You're very clear at explaining things. Those videos that you put together are a great resource. Zero to Reedmaker, I can't say enough good things about that. And then, of course, being here in Reed Club and just kind of working and doing over and over. It doesn't hurt that I'm retired. If I had a day job, I wouldn't be able to do this, but
Right.
it is what it is. So
Yep. That makes a ton of sense. And thank you for sharing that. I promise I didn't like bring up this topic to uh, hear me. But I'm so glad that like anything that I've been doing this year has been helpful, and I'm delighted to hear about how much success you're having.
mhm.
So that's great. What's your next year look like in terms of your read evolution?
Oh gosh, I think probably like Ted to up my success ratio. I still kill more cane than I'd like to.
Hmm.
Poor things. Um, I'll be like
Yeah.
Anne next year with my nativity scene and all of them made of reeds, I guess, because I'll have so many leftovers.
I love it.
But just to do that, and then also kind of fine tune my sense. Like right now, I'm working on experimenting a little bit. My openings, I feel like, are just a little bit wider than I'd like to have them, and so I've been playing with the wind length a tad, and also thinking about maybe playing with staples, maybe going to a wider staple, and just kind of messing
Yeah.
around with it a little bit as part of my learning curve.
That's fantastic. Like being in a place where you're ready to mess around with variables and you like dare a little bit is actually a big step also. um I know it feels like the beginning of the journey and not the end, but like as a raw beginner reed maker, um that feels like too scary an idea to try or too unhelpful an idea to try. Because if every read is sort of touch and go, then who cares what staple you're on? But like if you're at the point where like all of the reads in your case are your reads, then absolutely it's time to play with a variable at a time, carefully, delicately.
And it's
And
fun.
and well, that's the other thing, right?
Yeah.
This is why we love, it's one of the reasons we love the oboe, is there's so many things you can buy and try and play with.
Absolutely.
Cool. Cool. Thank you, Sally.